everybody, she's Betty Bookworm, and she reads way too much into things. She would normally do this introduction, but as you can see, she's tied up, and being part Italian, she cannot talk if her hands are not free.
Wait, I'm Italian?
You're ruining everything.
Huh.
So this is payback, because you may recall that last year, I was kidnapped, tied up against my will, and forced to watch Muppet Christmas Carol.
I gave him the gift of a Jim Henson Christmas. Most people would not have been that angry about it.
There are two Jim Henson Christmas specials better than Muppet Christmas Carol, and we had to watch the Muppet Christmas Carol. So now we get to watch my favorite version of the Christmas Carol story, which is Scrooge. Strap in. It lasts approximately 3 days.
No. Tell him the full title of the movie. It's Scrooge the Musical. Oh, I just can't wait to hear the songs in this musical. I'm sure they are so much better than the Muppets, and they're not hackneyed or silly or poorly written at all.
They're really amazing.
Yes.
Each one is a toe-tapping good time.
Yeah, who could forget December the 25th? Because apparently we forgot what day Christmas is on.
Yeah, I forgot that it is customary to not make any reference to the day of Christmas on Christmas Day.
Oh yes, who can forget that one song? Hark the herald angels sing, a king was born today, and we shall live forevermore because of December 25th.
So we're going to watch Scrooge.
Pray for me. Sounds like It's a Wonderful Life. A movie in which Jonathan Strickland has not seen.
A movie in which Jonathan Strickland has not seen?
Yep. I don't have to speak good. I'm tied up. Oh, Albert Finney's in this. I wonder who he plays.
He's the goose.
Kind of like how the title card kind of looks like Tim Burton. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm glad that they could go back into 1970 and say, let's copy the style of somebody who hasn't made a movie yet. You would say that Tim Burton's style is similar to this, not that this is similar to Tim Burton.
I'm speaking from experience. I saw a bunch of Tim Burton stuff before I saw this, so
it only matters to the chronology of Betty Bookworm.
Yep. That's the only chronology that matters. Betty Bookworm time in the year of our bookworm.
The credit sequence is still going strong, by the way. Also, if you pay attention to the credit sequence, it literally goes scene by scene through the whole movie.
Oh, sweet! So we don't have to watch it.
Oh, we do. He was being silly.
He's being cruel to children who are just trying to make an honest living.
He gave them money. That's not cruelty.
He had to pick it up in the snow. Their poor little frostbitten fingers.
What's he going to do? Rig up a police system?
Those kids are terrible singers.
Listen, these are all the kids who couldn't make it into the cast of Oliver. You gotta cut them some slack.
Wait, did he cover up his gold pieces?
Because the kids were there.
Yeah, but he covered it up with a box.
Yes.
That's
to keep it out of sight.
Not exactly highfalutin.
It's just to hide it out of sight. He has Bob Cratchit there, and Cratchit's known as the Knee Crusher. It's Bob the Knee Crusher Cratchit. He crippled 8 kids that year.
I got a really bad joke. Is that what happened to Tiny Tim?
I mean, you had to practice sometime. Oh, God. Stake of Hawley through his heart. Now, the other thing I like about this particular adaptation is that they include many, many more direct quotes from the book than Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol took narration from the book.
Sure.
And so many children grew up knowing almost exactly what Dickens said.
For little sections of it, but there are entire amazing lines that Scrooge has that are not in Muppet Christmas Carol.
And there are entire amazing lines that Scrooge has that are in Christmas Carol.
Right.
The bake to the holly through the heart is in Muppet Christmas Carol.
I'm talking about overall, you get more of them in this than in Muppet Christmas Carol.
Well, they had to cut out some things for the hilarious slapstick between Gonzo and Rizzo.
And the terrible Statler and Waldorf song.
I won't deny that Albert Finney so far is a great Scrooge. However,
Superior Scrooge.
it's kind of hard to get past the fact that he kind of looks like Danny DeVito's mom in Throw Mama from the Train.
Again,
and kind of sounds like her too.
She was copying him. He got there first.
Owen doesn't have any friends. He's too fat and stupid. He doesn't look old, he just looks sick. That's not good age makeup. It's really not.
It's good.
He looks sick. Okay, so far Bob Cratchit is quite charming. Wait, what's this song playing?
Christmas trees and toys, Christmas hopes and toys. Christmas puddings rich with Christmas cream.
This is the scariest Christmas song.
Only if you're not an Anglophile.
I am an Anglophile. Honestly, this is a very charming scene. The song is just not that great.
It's fantastic.
You have to admit that this is not the best song.
It's not the best song in the movie. Still better than Muppet Christmas.
This would be a much sweeter scene if it was just on mute. If you could just watch the interactions with the actors with each other, because they are very good. They're decent enough actors. We could just watch the sweet scenes playing out rather than hear the crappy music.
The music is fantastic. Stop being so negative. Sit back. Have some Christmas spirit.
What? What did he say?
Christmas children hunger for Christmas morning.
I thought he said Christmas children hung on Christmas morning.
Yes, that's
terrifying.
Bob the Hangman Cratchit. That's his next gig. Now, do you recognize the gentleman who's closest to Scrooge?
That is Veruca Salt's dad.
It is.
I know my shit. You know what? He is honest. He never lies about being an asshole.
This is a fun song too. It's all character development.
Okay, yeah, I like this one.
You know what the song has?
What?
Excellent rhymes and perfect scansion.
Oh, like that line? Like that line that didn't go with the rest of the scansion of the song at all?
That was the final line of the song in order to draw attention to it.
I'm just saying, don't say that it's perfect scansion when it's no.
When every other line is perfectly metered?
Well, then every other line is perfect. That one wasn't perfectly metered. While the songs are well written, I will admit that they are well written. I don't believe that they are as catchy as Muppet Christmas Carol.
I disagree entirely.
They can be well written and not catchy. It's like the Rocky shark treatment thing. When you have a complicated mind like Jonathan Strickland, you find complicated songs catchy.
Yeah, when you have a simple mind like Betty Bookworm, you find those simple songs easy for you to hold on to. They don't slip from your grasp the way these more complicated songs do. What a world you live in, Betty.
He's not even fazed by it. Michael Caine was adequately terrified by seeing a face on his door. He's just like, must be Tuesday. Owen doesn't have any doorknobs. He's too fat and stupid. Owen.
He's having his first moment of, did I see something or did I not see something? And he's
You would be adequately afraid. That is human nature.
Except that you might actually be adequately afraid, but outwardly you're projecting this idea that, no, I don't believe in what just happened, because for me to believe in what just happened would to admit that there is something beyond my understanding going on and that would terrify me, so I'm not going to go down that route. I like that little moment there, too. He lights the fireplace with a long match, and then he puts the match out, and then he licks his fingers, and he stops the end of the match, not to put it out, but to preserve as much of the match as possible so that he can use it again in the future because he's a miser.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that Albert Finney's not doing a great job. I'm just saying that he looks way too much like Owen's mom.
And here we have Jacob Marley, Obi-Wan Kenobi, has entered the scene. And his performance is so eccentric, it's so weird, I absolutely adore it.
Is the Scrooge the Anakin Skywalker in this? Bye, bye, Ebenezer guy.
This might get scary, so I better hand you.
Makeup, makeup, makeup. Can you listen to a legit criticism?
I can't wait to hear it.
The things that Scrooge does, you know, the licking the match, the keeping his house stank, this song, yes, there are a lot of great parts for characterization. I will admit that. Him himself, if you just take the actor out of the setting, it's not a lot of range. He's kind of just like always doing the same thing. At least, what has it been, like 20 minutes? For 20 minutes, it's just been that.
I would agree to that, but I would also say that Scrooge that's a character choice in itself, that Scrooge has walled off so much of what it is to be a person that the only thing he does left is this very, very narrow range of behaviors.
If I was in a show and I was being directed by somebody, that director would tell me, Betty, you're doing a fantastic job because you're just such an amazing actress. However, can you make your movements a bit more diverse? You can do walled off movements. You can do walled off characterizations.
That's one director telling you that, but there could be a totally different director saying, Betty, could you please stop flailing around while you're talking? It's very distracting for the audience. They would like to be able to understand your words without it being interpretive dance. This is scary. You better not watch. Oh my God, the ghosts.
I like scary. I like this. The CGI on this is really good. It holds up well. It still looks good.
Especially when you consider that this is an English production and a lot of English films and television shows had really terrible, terrible special effects.
I mean,
Still do.
Yeah.
These are good creature effects. Like, you would never think, oh, that looks like quote-unquote real, but they're they get that sort of creepy ghost story feeling across.
I have to say, that was good. I liked it. This was something that was not done in Muppet Christmas Carol. Marley shows Scrooge all the lost souls of people that weren't giving or charitable to others. This was good. I liked it. It was adequately scary. The effects were very, they hold up well. The best one I ever saw, like the best version of that scene, it was actually in a cartoon. Marley brings Scrooge to the window and basically shows him all the ghosts that are just walking on the street. And it's actually really heartbreaking because all these ghosts of former misers and sinners and just nasty people, they're all desperately trying to help people. Like one ghost is trying to give a poor person who has a baby, like the blanket. And that got me.
That's
that
really
got me
effective.
Right there.
The spirit of Christmas Past is a little weird because it's a different interpretation. I mean, it's a very different depiction of the ghost than from the book. In the book, of course, it's this sort of
airy, childlike kind of spirit.
Yeah, and this, it's a matronly lady, sort of. You could imagine like an older version of Mary Poppins.
I don't hate the choice of an older matronly lady. It's just what I like in a lot of Christmas carols I've seen is like there's an age gradation. It's almost, if you think about it, it's almost like it's the same spirit, just getting older. Like the first spirit is supposed to be a childlike spirit because it's the past when Scrooge was a child. The present is an older spirit, an older middle-aged spirit. Because he's middle-aged now, he's older. And then the Christmas future is death and old.
Sing a Christmas carol, sing a Christmas carol.
Then sing a good one if you're going to sing a Christmas carol.
Back.
Sing a good one.
It's a good one. It's a
Sing a good one.
It's back.